Hey guys, so I wanted to go over a problem that showed up on your quiz last week over conics that seemed to be a bit trickier. And so I just wanted to go through it and make sure that everyone understood how to work through it. So the problem that I actually am going to work through is not this one, because I already worked through one of these, but it's actually y plus 3 squared over 144 minus x minus 5 squared over 81 equals 1. So that's the problem I'm going to work through. So this problem showed up on your quiz, and you're asked to determine the center, transverse axis, vertices, foci, the equations of the asymptotes, and then sketch the graph. So just to keep things simple, I'm just going to work through most of it. We'll see if I sketch the graph. But to start, you need to find the center. So we're going to do this based on the equation, the standard equation of y minus k squared over a squared minus x minus h squared over b squared equals 1. So that's the standard equation that we're going to go off of. The center is at h and k. So given our equation, we can see that h is 5 and k is going to be negative 3 because it's y plus 3, therefore it's y minus negative 3. So that's our center. Next we want to find a squared, b squared, and c squared. So what we're going to do is we know that a squared equals 144. So that means that a equals plus or minus 12, or we can just say 12 for now. And then b squared equals 81. So that means that b equals 9. Now to find c squared, we're given the equation that b squared equals c squared minus a squared. So it's just a matter of plugging in a squared and b squared into this equation and solving for c and c squared. So we have 81 as b squared, so 81 equals c squared minus 144. When you add 144 over to the other side to isolate c squared, you get 225. And you can just plug that in on your calculator, equals c squared. Now taking the square root of both sides to get c, we end up with c equals 15. So now we can find the foci, the vertices, and the equation of the asymptote. So the foci, or foci, however you pronounce it, is h and k plus or minus c. So h and k plus or minus c. So that equals h, which we had was 5, k, which is negative 3, and plus or minus c, which is 15. So plus or minus 15. So our foci then are 5, and negative 3 plus 15 is 12. And then negative 3 minus 15 is negative 18. So those are our foci, or foci, however you pronounce it. Now we want to do the vertices. So the vertices are h and k plus or minus a, so h and k plus or minus a. So we had h was 5, k is negative 3, so negative 3 plus or minus a, which we found to be 12. So that means we have a vertex at 5, and negative 3 plus 12 is 9. And negative 3 minus 12 is negative 15. All right, so those are our vertices. Now we want to find the equation of the asymptote. Well, the equation of the asymptote is y minus k equals plus or minus a over b times x minus h. So it's just a matter of plugging in and simplifying a bit. So we have k was -3, so we have y minus -3 equals plus or minus a we found was 12, b we found was 9, and then x minus h, which h was 5, so x minus 5. And now we're just going to simplify a bit. So this can turn into a plus, so y plus 3 equals plus or minus, and you can simplify the fraction 12 over 9 to be 4 over 3 times x minus h. Now, using all this information, you can sketch the graph. I mean, we have a center at 5 and -3, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not going to be perfect, but 1, 2, 3. So there's our center. We have foci at 5 and 12. One, 2, 3, 6, 7, not the best, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, all the way up here. Yeah. So 5 and 12, it'll be somewhere over here. Will be for one of the foci, and then 5 and -18. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, all the way down here. Somewhere down here. It's not exact. And then you have vertices at 5 and 9. 1, 2, so 5 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, somewhere around here. And then another one at 5 and -15, so somewhere around here. And it's going to be a vertical transverse axis. So it's going to go something like this. And that's just a very basic rough sketch. Obviously, on your exam, you would want to do it a little bit nicer than that, but just to show you kind of the idea. But that's it. That's all you have to do to solve this one. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out, and thanks for watching.